Did y'all vote for Obama? Well, guess what? You know what? If you like the dark side of Obama, it's actually the most powerful. Shadow Abomasnow is actually the most powerful lead in Open Ultra. It's pretty nuts just how strong it is. Anyways, guys, it's Kick Charmander here, and you hear my voice quivering. It's because Abomasnow is an absolute monster in Open Ultra League. This thing is really strong. It's going to tear. It'll tear a hole through a majority of the Open Ultra League meta, even if you do resist its attacks. And because shadow damage is so busted, it's going to really hurt if it hits anything on you. So Shadow Bomba, as you see here, actually maxes out at near 2500 as a level 50 XL Pokemon. So level 50 Abomasnow actually maxed out near 2500. So if you thought it was a beast before, it's even better now, and it's actually the best lead in Open Ultra League. And it's not hard to see why. As you see here, its stat spread is very good. It has high stamina, and it has a very even stat spread. Stamina means, with its high stamina, it has a pretty high HP bar. Its defense is kind of low, but because, like I said, stamina is high, it kind of makes up for that, so it's pretty balanced. Overall, its attack is very high as well, so with that being said, you're going to win CMP against a lot of things, and it's going to hurt a lot when these Shadow Weather Balls or Shadow Energy Balls actually land, because it's a monster. With Powder Snow being buffed, I believe 2 seasons ago, it made Abomasnow very powerful, and especially because Abomasnow got Weather Ball. So the move changes, etc. made Shadow Abomasnow and kind of threw it up to one of the top meta picks in all of Open Ultra League, especially at level 50. Now, as you see here, it is weak to a ton of things. However, it's so powerful that it can actually kill whatever some things it's weak against. You're weak to Bug, Fighting, Fire, Flying, Poison, Rock, and Steel. So Melmetal is going to drop a bunch of rocks at you. Poison, the Sludge Wave from an Amok is probably going to kill you. Those Sky attacks hurt. Fire Spin sucks. If you see Charizard, run. And if you see fighters like Obstagoon, or if you see Machamp, run as well. And that Rock Slide kind of sucks. So yeah, be careful. Also, like bug types, etc. X-Scissor, things like X-Scissor, Mega Horn, those things suck as well. So just be careful. Also, those Registeels are going to suck, because Steel typing does do a heavy dent on you and essentially walls you as well. As you see here, you do have a resistance against some things. So you have more weaknesses than resistances, which is kind of ironic. Abomasnow is one of those Pokemon where, like, if Ice and Grass actually kind of suck if you see, like, its weakness, because you gotta get the heck out of there. However, you do resist Electric, which means Thunder Shocks, Wild Charge, etc. You also resist Ice, Grass, Ground, as well as Water. So, Abomasnow does have some resistances that make it play really well in this meta. And you kind of kill Swampert. You kill a lot of Swamperts. You kill Swampert a lot. Let's just say that. Of course, any XL Pokemon is going to be mad expensive. The Ivy Sped is going to be really interesting for a Shadow Obama. So, we'll take a look at it on a Matrix. But anything, of course, Shadow Obama is going to be... Any XL Pokemon, especially as a Shadow, is really expensive. So, be prepared to spend a lot of dust if you have a good one for Open Ultra League. Alright, enter the ppoke.com rankings, and I don't even need to search for it, because as you see here, Abomasnow Shadow level 50 is at number 3 overall. It's extremely powerful, only losing to what's above it just because Galarian Stunfisk Rock Slide suck, and of course Registeel does wall you. So as you see here, it's very, very powerful. Strong across all positions, best used as the lead so that you could pivot out if you see one of its weaknesses. However, as you see here, if you do win the lead, you're going to destroy a lot of things. You beat the BB, you essentially beat like 2 core of the BBML. You beat Giratina, you also beat Swampert. So you beat 2 of the 3 of the BBML. You also beat Togekiss, Venusaur, and Charizard. That's a big number of, that's a lot of, you kill a lot of things. Now, as you see on your key losses, you do lose against Cresselia, Articuno, Melmetal, Obstagoon, and Lapras. However, if you have shield advantage, I believe you're able to flip a lot of those matchups. And Shadow Bomba, like I said, Energy Ball, the Weather Ball and Energy Ball suck if you get hurt. In fact, it's so powerful, as you see across from lead to charger, it's above 90, especially as a lead. Shadow Bomba is actually the best lead in all of Open Ultra, just because the shadow damage does so much. As you see here, even the regular Abomasnow is only second to Galarian Stunfisk XL, just because Galarian Stunfisk XL is so oppressive. It hurts a lot. So as you see, Shadow Bomba XL, as you see, beats Cresselia, beats Gira, Swampert, Togekiss, etc. You lose against Cresselia, Articuno, Melmetal, Obstagoon, Lapras. So you do lose against some popular picks. However, like I mentioned, with Energy Lead and with Shield, Shadow Bomba still hurts. So you're gonna have to, it's gonna kill you a lot. It's gonna kill a lot of things. Now, as you see, the lead is where Shadow Bomba is in its best position. It's even strong as a closer. As you see here, it beats a lot of things. In the closer, you're actually able to flip the Lapras matchup because Energy Ball does hurt. So keep that in mind. Now, as a switch, Shadow Bomba can also function as a switch. I don't recommend it because if you get locked into a fighter or something, it kind of sucks. But as a switch, it's still the number 8 in the league, beating out things like Togekiss, Cresselia, Swampert, and Giratina Altered. So it actually beats the BBML. So the overall BBML, which is Gira, Swampert, Cresselia, in my opinion. So it's still very powerful. Of course, you do have to watch out for Melmetal and Registeel, etc. But Shadow Bomba, as you see here, overall is extremely strong. Very, very powerful. Ranks in the top 5 in many categories, and it's actually in the top 10 in many. So it's very, very strong in Open Ultra League. Definitely recommend, if you have one, use it. It's gonna serve you very well. Alright, if you guys would love to donate PureGold.com, please do so. Its open source website is amazing, and without it, I wouldn't be able to do a lot of things that I do, and create content for you, and analyze things for you, and get better as a battle myself, because it's an amazing resource. As you see here, we have Abomasnow Shadow XL at level 50. The stat spread is 315-14, so it has really strong matchups. After we do the analysis, I'll tell you. I pre-looked at it, but I didn't, here's the IVs right here, so it can get to level 50. But you need a low attack, high defense, high stamina. So 315-14. So that will do. You can't get a shadow. Yeah, 315-14. That should do very, very well. So if you have this, I definitely recommend you go after it. Now, you can get one at level 51. I forgot to add that in here. Level 51 does require 115-14, so you have to have 2 less attack. But here, we'll do level 50, we'll do level 51, and then here, I put the regular one here too. So we'll put regular Abomasnow on this list, just so you can make a comparison, just see how stupid the shadow damage is versus the regular damage. So, of course, shadow and regular can flip matchups. However, there's a reason why Shadow Bomba rocks the world. As you see, we're generating the 2 shields here, so this is the lead and the switch. As you see here, Shadow Bomba actually loses against itself, but you're able to beat other the non-level 50 Shadow Bombas. You do beat them. Abomasnow at level 50 still does really well. As you see here, you do beat Articuno. Regular Shadow Bomba does not, because those ice shards those icy ones are actually able to lower you down to where Articuno takes you out. You beat Charizard, Clefable. Now, here's the interesting thing. In the 2 shield, you beat Cresselia. So you'll beat Cresselia. I believe you go straight Weather Ball, and then you hit Energy Ball. Oh, actually, you just go straight Weather Ball. You literally beat Cresselia straight Weather Ball. Yeah. I think the debuff can flip. So if you do get debuffed, out of curiosity. So if for some odd reason, because Moonblast does have debuffs, if you apply the debuff, what happens? Okay, Bomba will still win. So you can only get debuffed once, or you still lose. So Bomba can still win as long as you have, as long as you don't get debuffed twice, it won't flip. So you do beat Cresselia matchup in the 2s. That's mad. You beat Dragonite, Drifblim, and Polar. You're gonna lose in Scavalier just because it is a fighting type. Here's another interesting one right here. You beat Giratina Altered. You'll still beat it with level 51. I don't know why this rating's like this, but you'll beat it with the level 51 version. As you see here, you beat all versions of Gira, Gengar, Gallade, Ferrothorn. Now, this is kind of interesting. So in the 2 shield, you beat Granbull and Lapras. I would rather flip Giratina. I'd rather flip the Giratina and the Cresselia matchup though, because those are 2 more popular leads. Of course, Lapras is still popular. However, if you look over here, it's not even a convincing win. So you win, but you barely win. You barely win against Lapras. And this might be I think this is a bait-dependent matchup, because you need to land the Energy Ball to take out Lapras. Yeah, it is. Actually, you need to land 2 Energy Balls. So if they shield 1 Surf, then if they don't fall for both baits, then it's going to suck. So that's a very bait-dependent matchup. Now you do beat as you see, you beat Mewtwo. You beat Mewtwo. You also beat. So you'll beat Amok in a 2 shield as long as you have a 2 shield. Now you lose against Shadow Champ, Melmetal, Obstagoon. If you see these three, you like just pivot out, like switch out. That's why it's best used as a lead so that you can realign everything. Switch out if you see any of those fighters, Shadow Champ or Melmetal or Registeel. So basically, if you see Steel, run. I see Steel. Speaking of Steel, Registeel and Scizor do beat you, so just keep that in mind. You also lose against Toxicroak. So basically, anything that's a fighter, anything that's Steel, run. Yeah, run. Just freaking run. But run that, or if it's a Charizard, then you definitely run. Charizard, Articuno, Gramble, etc., then you run. But it's still extremely powerful, as you see over here. It does that, and if you look at its losses, other than Charizard, those ratings are, other than Charizard and like Excalibur and some other things, some of those ratings are like 400, 436. So they're not super oppressive. Like, well, some of them are, but like, you know, you have play. Alright, now we're on the run shield. As you see, Abomasnow is an incredible lead and switch. Being able to flip Cresselia and certain meta matchups like Poliwrath, etc. make it really, really good. And your opponent will be put heavy pressure. They will be heavily pressured to shield because Abomasnow just hurts a lot. So most matchups are positive matchups. You're going to do a lot of damage before Abomasnow goes down. The one shield's a different story here. As you see in the one shield, you do lose against level 40 Abomasnow. You beat generally everything else. So you beat Dragon Breath, Charizard. You lose against Fire Spit, Charizard, of course. You'll start losing. You lose Cresselia in this matchup. You also lose against Empoleon. So Empoleon's able. Those drill picks suck, and unfortunately, Empoleon will land a drill pick in the one shield if it can get you. Yeah. Because I believe it will get enough energy to get to 2 drill picks, even if you do bait with, even if you don't fall for the Hydro Cannon bait. As you see, the regular version does beat Ferrothorn, so there's some things in the 1s and the 2s that flip, but like, as you see here, there's still like, yeah, it's very interesting. Now Gallade, when you beat Gallade, you beat Gengar. The Lapras matchup is very IV dependent. You win it with the regular version because with Lapras, you don't, those Ice Shards, it has its bulk. So with more bulk, Abomasnow can do more plays than Shadow against some things like Lapras. Now as you see here, level 51 is actually able to beat it just because you're able to edge out the win. 502 is in a super strong rating. A lot of things can happen at a 502 rating. But you still beat a plenty of things. And this is where you'll beat Gramble. So in the 2s, you'll lose against Gramble. In the 1s, you actually beat Gramble. Of course, you're going to lose against Fighters and Steels. You still beat Poliwrath. I think you still won it. Yeah, you still won against Snorlax, Swampert, and Togekiss, and Venusaur in the other shield, in the 2-shield scenario. So as you see, very, very, very strong in Go Battle League. Now let's analyze the 0 shield, and then we hit battle. As you see, you're still able to beat what you do beat. Looks like the distinct difference is, like, regular Abomasnow is able to flip some matchups. But generally, as you see here, with level 51, you can flip the Ferrothorn matchup. You beat Gallade. It's really interesting how it works. Oh, and you lose against Snorlax because of that. Because of Snorlax actually being able to survive no shield. So generally, Abomasnow is really strong, but try to have energy lead, etc. and try to, like, nuke whatever's in the back. Because as you see here, some things just have really strong ratings against our boy here, Abomasnow. Now, general rule of thumb, just avoid fighters, pseudo fighters, anything that you're weak to, try to avoid them. You can try to play through them and get shield advantage, but some of these matchups are bait dependent, so I wouldn't be too reliant on that. In the 1-0s, as you see here, just in a simple 1-0s, you beat all of the meta except Registeel, Scizor, Melmetal, Alolan Muck. So you only lose against 4 matchups, but you beat everything else. So having shield advantage is huge. And as you see, the winning matches you have are actually really high. Near 600, 700 plus. It's really nuts at how good Shadow Bomb is. In the 2-0s, I'm pretty sure it kills everything in the meta. Just because it's that freaking good. So in the 2-0s... Yes. Oh, you actually... So you actually... In the 2-0s, you actually lose against Registeel. That's dumb. So you'll actually lose against Registeel. So that's the only one that will oppress you. Just because it does hard wall you. Unless you have the regular version. But still, like... Wow. In the 2-1s, different story. In the 2-1s, you do lose a lot of matchups, as you see here. Generally, it's like the 1-0s. Well, not really generally like the 1-0s. But you lose against Charizard, Excalibur, Machamp, Registeel, Scizor. What do all of these Pokemon have in common? They all have a move or moves that you are weak against, so it kind of sucks. Like in 2-1s, you lose against Toxicroak, but that's only if they land the Mud Bomb on you. I'm pretty sure if they don't land the Mud Bomb, it's like, oh hi. So here it is right here. Yeah, actually Toxic Rope just never get the chance to throw a Mud Ball just because that's how busted this is. It's so good. It's so busted. It's so busted. That's insanity. Wow, that's crazy. Alright, so that's like, as you see here, yeah. Like, the 2-to-1s is basically, like, very similar to, I would say, probably the 1 shield. You do pick up some matchups, though. But anyways, it's still really freaking good. As you see, you beat Togekiss, you Toxic and you beat Venusaur. So, very, very strong against a lot of the overall meta, especially with shield advantage. And you're probably going to win CMP against a lot of these things. Alright, so if I had to give our snowman here a rating, I would give Abomasnow I'll give it a 10 out of 10. Yeah, it's just so good. It's so powerful. So, the reason why I'm giving it a 10 out of 10 is, yeah, fighters suck, etc. However, it has such a dominant matchup, and it charges so quickly that even if I didn't give it a 10, I'd probably give it like a 9.5. The best lead in Open Ultra League. It's also a fantastic switch, and being able to flip really high Melvin matchups like Cresselia, etc. make it really, really good for Go Battle League. I would definitely build one if you had all the XD candy you needed to actually build it. I see 2 here, 72%, not bad, only losing to fire types, etc. Fighter types, fighting types, anything that basically trucks ice. That's basically the only issue. So that's the 2 shield. As you see in the 1 shield, things get a little bit more dicey. In the 1 shield, it becomes 71. So you still have very strong matchups. So like I said, if it's a pseudo counter user, or if it's something you're weak against, you should probably run. That's why it's a great lead. If you win lead with it, or if you get a neutral lead, I promise you're going to put a huge amount of pressure on your opponent. In fact, it's so good that in the 1-to-0s, it shoots all the way up to 88% from 72%. And also in the 2-to-1s, it's not bad in all scenarios. Also, Weather Ball charges quickly, Energy Ball hits hard. So if you are able to, like I said, get this good Abomasnow, I definitely recommend it. But remember, 296 candy is a lot. So if you have that much Nova candy, you're probably dumping a bunch of rare candy into your Pokemon that you want to power up to level 50, and that's how you got it that way. Anyways, Abomasnow does deserve a 10 out of 10 just because of its high attack, so it wins CMP. It's going to win CMP a lot. Puts Weather Ball plus Powder Snow being buffed, puts a high amount of pressure ability on Abomasnow. It also has a lot of KO potential as a Shadow. It's freaking nuts. 182 is absolutely stupid for how freaking powerful this thing is. So as you see, 1-to-0s, especially if you have shield advantage. If you see here, if you have shield advantage, poof, this is what happens. This is what happens when you have shield advantage with Obama. You go all the way up to 88, like I said. And even then, in the 2-to-1s or the 1-to-0 or the 2-to-0s, like, it's just so strong. Especially if you have energy lead, there's a lot of plays you can make with Obama. Now, as you see here in the 2-to-1s with energy advantage, with shield advantage, you have 87% matchups covered. Abomasnow isn't the thickest thing in the land, so you might want to defend it as much as you can. If you use it as a lead and you see a negative lead, switch out, or if you try to break a shield, etc. Because 9 times out of 10 your opponent will be pressed to shield just because Weather Ball does so much damage. Anyways, if you guys like the video, please like and subscribe. I'll be doing more content on XL, on Holiday Cup, and etc. So please let me know in the comments if you would like me to analyze anything, and I'll take a look at it. I always do pre-analysis before I look at this, and that's how I determine something's good. If something's not super good, but it's like worthy to talk about, then I'll use it on the video. Anyways, that's the thing about Abomasnow, you guys. If you have a Shadow Bomba that's good for PvP, I'm super jealous because it's just that good, and I would totally use it for Go Battle League if I had one. Good luck, you guys, on your Go Battle League sets, and I will see you guys on the next video.